A very good afternoon to everybody. And the topic for today's class is how to introduce yourself. Now, very soon you would be facing interviews on campus and off campus. And one of the most commonly asked question in the HR round is please introduce yourself, or please tell me something about yourself. Or they may ask you individual questions, personal questions, wherein you're expected to give appropriate answers. Now, here the purpose of asking this type of question is that the HR person wants to evaluate your confidence level. He or she would like to evaluate how good you are at English, okay, your confidence and your attitude. So this is one of the most commonly asked question. Please introduce yourself. Now, if they ask you a question, please introduce yourself, then what is it that you're supposed to do? Or kind of, like you can say, what exactly are you supposed to answer to when you're introducing yourself? So now I'm going to discuss step by step. Okay, I'm just going to train you people as to how you can start introducing yourself, what are the things that you can talk about yourself, and what are the different ways through which you can convey those messages grammatically, how you're supposed to say certain things, and how you're supposed to avoid certain things. Okay, now if the question asked is tell me something about yourself or introduce yourself, the first thing that you need to do is politely wish the people who are interviewing you. Okay, you can say good afternoon sir, or good afternoon sirs, or good afternoon everyone, based on the time, or good morning or good evening everyone. Or if there is one or two person, if there's a madam and a sir, good afternoon sir, good afternoon madam, you can just start with but with a very polite gesture, sit straight and don't have a slouched posture. And then have, when you're talking, you need to directly look into the eyes of the person. If the panel who is interviewing you consists of more than one people, then you're supposed to kind of have a look. Okay, frequently have a look at everybody. Just don't keep on staring at one person and keep on answering at one person. These are the things that you need to take care. So what is the first thing that you're going to answer if they ask you please tell me something about yourself? Obviously the answer would be your name. So there are two situations: either you are being asked to introduce yourself, okay, or they may ask you what's your name. What's your name? That is also one of the possible question that could be asked at the beginning of your interview. So be it being asked what's your name or introduce yourself, the first thing that you want to talk about yourself is your name. So there are different ways through which you can tell your name. The things that you must avoid is don't say myself Rajesh Khanna. Okay, this is a very very bad way to answer, and very it sounds also very rude, and grammatically it's not correct. Never say myself and then your name and then your surname. Okay, so myself is a reflexive pronoun which is not to be used to talk or introduce yourself. So this is one of the most common Indian error. So what you can say is, okay, you can say my name is Ankita Patil. This is the best way to answer. Or I'm Ankita Patil. Or you can say my full name is Ankita Patil. Or you can say my first name is Ankita and Patil is my last name. These are different ways to answer yourself. Be very confident and don't be in a hurry. Or there are some more ways through which you can tell, you can call me Ankita Patil, or people call me Ankita Patil. Well, everyone calls me Ankita Patil. Or you can say, please call me Ankita Patil. Or these are generally the names. And in case you have a nickname, it's not necessary to tell. But then, okay, it's okay to say, well, my name is Ankita Patil and my nickname is Anki, something like that. Okay, so this is the first thing. Be very very confident when you're giving your name, when you're talking about your name and your last name. Fine, this is the first part of your self introduction. What is the second thing that you could talk about yourself? The second thing that you could talk about yourself would be which country or which place you are from. Obviously, all in Indian context. Now, as an MCA student, the person who's going to interview will be an Indian company or people from India. Obviously, although it's a multinational company, people would still be from India, though there is no need to mention your country name unless and until you're giving an interview in some other country or you're a foreigner doing your higher studies in some other country. So otherwise it's not required. Okay, so if you want to talk about your country, usually people may ask you, where are you from, or where do you come from? Now look at this questions very carefully. Okay, if they ask you where are you from in an Indian context, they may say where are you from. Okay, or if suppose you're being interviewed by some foreigners, or you are at a foreign place, and then they may ask you where do you come from. Remember, if somebody asks you where you come from is generally used to address the country. Okay, so what you can do is, the second thing that you can talk about yourself is like where you are from. Basically, the most of the students of GIT who are studying MCA, 90% I suppose are not from Belgaum. Even if you are from Belgaum, the best way what you can answer is, I'm from Belgaum and I'm from Vijaypur, or you can say I'm from Bijapur, or I'm from Hubli, I'm from Dharwad. Okay, I am from, instead of saying I am, you have to say I'm from. Don't try to, there are, whenever in spoken English, whenever you are coming like do not, okay, you can say don't. Instead of saying I am, you can say I'm. That would be the right way. You're supposed to use these short forms. Okay, so you can say I'm from Belgaum, or you can say I hail from Belgaum. Another way to tell your city name. Now listen carefully. This is the answer to be told. If you're mentioning in India, you're mentioning which city you're from. Okay, so I come from, generally come from is to be used for country. Suppose you're not an Indian, you're studying abroad, and somebody asks you where do you come from, then you have to say I come from India. Don't say I come from Belgaum. That would be, they won't understand Belgaum. Okay, so come from is to be used for country name. If a person asks you where do you come from, it means he's asking your country name. Usually in Indian context they won't ask, don't worry. But otherwise also, if they ask you where are you from, you can say I'm from Belgaum, or you can say I hail. Another means you're from, another way to say that. Or you can say my hometown is Vijaypur. I'm originally from Vijaypur but settled in Mumbai. These are different phrases. You can see these are the different phrases that you can use. I'm Indian by nationality. Now nationality, there is no need to talk. Suppose if there is some student from Dubai, or from China, or from Sri Lanka, then you can say I'm a Sri Lankan by nationality, or I'm a Sri Lankan, or I'm a Chinese, or I'm a Japanese, whatever it is. Oh, okay, so this would be the situation when you are a foreign student studying in some other country, and you have been asked to mention your nationality or country. But remember, don't say I come from. Come from means, come from is to be used only when you are talking about your country. But otherwise, as of now, as a student of GIT MCA department, you need not have to say I come from unless and until you're from other country. Okay, or you can say I was born in you can say I was born in Dharwad, but then I completed my studies in Vijaypur, or something like that. Whatever is applicable to you. So these are the different ways. So remember, students, first thing, if they ask you, introduce yourself, start with your name, and then you can talk about your place, your hometown, your place where you live from. Okay, and if they ask you that, or there could be a possibility that they're throwing you questions one by one. They want to know about you. They're not asking you to give your self introduction. They may ask you individual questions like what's your name, where are you from, where were you born, etc. Okay, so the second part of your self introduction generally would be to mention your place. Okay, then next thing, what is the next thing that you can answer? So generally you need not have to tell your address. Okay, suppose in case if they ask you where do you live, what's your address, then only you can answer it. But when you're giving your self introduction, there is no need to mention your address. But in case somebody asks you, suppose you say I'm from Belgaum. Oh, is it? Where do you live in Belgaum? In case if they ask you that, then how are you supposed to give your address? Okay, you can say, remember preposition of place and time. Okay, in is to be used for big places. On is to be used for street names, avenue names, road names. At is to be used when you're being very, very specific about the location. So you can say, I'm from Belgaum. You may say, I'm from Belgaum. Then HR person may also be from Belgaum. Okay, suppose you're giving an interview in Bangalore and you say, I'm from Belgaum. And then the interviewer may know that place and he may, oh, is it? Where do you live in Belgaum? What's your address? And you can say, I live in Belgaum. Well, my address is that, my apartment is on Deshmukh Road or Kirloskar Road, something like that. So use on when you're talking about street name, avenue names. okay, or road names, okay. At Tilakwadi, at could be more specific. Well, I live at Tilakwadi, I live at, okay. So these are other phrases. I spent most of my time, my life in Belgaum. I have lived in Belgaum from for ever since my childhood for 10 years, whatever. I grew up there. So these are some other phrases, but usually they won't ask you address. Well, the next thing is age, okay. Usually they may not ask you your age. As I said, there are two possibilities. They may ask you to introduce yourself, and they will sit quiet and listen to your talk or your self introduction, or they may throw you questions, okay. So what you can do is, like, you if you are giving a self introduction continuously, you start with your name, followed by your country, or so, followed by your place, your hometown, and then you can also talk how old you are, okay. If they ask you how old you are, you can directly give the answers, or you can also say, well, I'm you can say, I'm 23 years old, I'm 23, I'm over now. Sometimes girls don't like to tell their exact age, okay. That's somehow girls are not comfortable. So you can say, I'm over 20, I'm almost 23, I'm nearly 22, I'm around your age is another way to talk about your age. I'm in my early 20s, I'm in my late 20s. So these are some of the other ways through which you can give your tell about your age. So these are the phrases, okay. Then the next thing that you can talk about yourself is your family. Introduce your family, okay. What is it that you can talk about your family? Remember, the person who is listening to you, your self introduction, he or she wants to know how confident you are in spoken English, how good you are at speaking with people, and your confidence. These are the two things that they are looking for, okay. Are you really a person who is very confident? And also your communication skills, that is especially the spoken skills. So generally, if they ask you about your family, these are the questions directly that they could ask. How many people are there in your family? Where do you live? Who do you live with whom do you live? These could be the question. If they don't ask, then start with your name, followed by your place, followed by your age. Don't give address, okay. And then you can give your family introduction. So these are the different ways to talk about your family, okay. So you can say there are 4 people in my family, okay. They are my mother, my father, and my elder brother. See, when you're talking about, don't say big brother, big sister, small brother, small sister. These are the common errors. You can say there are 5 members in my family, or there are 5 people in my family. There are 5 of us in my family. My family has 5 people. Okay, I live. So then you can go on describing my mother, my father, my elder brother, me, and my younger sister. Elder, younger is to be used, or you can say I have 2 siblings. I live with my there are 5 people in my family: my mother, my father, and my 2 younger siblings. Siblings can be used when you say siblings, you're not mentioning the gender. Okay. Or you can say, well, I have my family comprises of 5 members, but I live with my grandpa and my grandma. That was also different. Whom you may not be living with your parents, and in that case, you can say, or you can say, I'm the only child. I don't have any siblings. We are 3 of us in my family: my mother, my father, and I don't have any siblings. Or you can say, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. So these are the different phrases that you can use to describe your family. Okay. So the common error that students do is, they say, I have a big brother, big sister. And sometimes the question could be asked, how many siblings do you have? See, it's very sometimes I've heard the placement officer saying that students don't know the meaning of siblings. Siblings is nothing but your number, your uh, brothers and sisters, okay, but you're not mentioning the gender, okay. The children born from your parents are your siblings, okay. So you can say, I don't have any siblings. So please try to use these different types of phrases when you're talking about your family. Of course, there is no need to talk about your birthday and phone number unless and until they ask you. But if you have been asked to give your self introduction, you don't have to mention your phone number and birthday. Birthday, if you want, you can definitely. Or else they may ask you directly, what's your date of birth, or when's your birthday, and what's your phone number. Then you can say, my birthday is on. Remember, on, preposition on is to be used here. Okay, my birthday is on and my phone number is, in case if they ask you. But if you're continuously talking about yourself, you can omit your birthday and phone number. Okay, now coming to the jobs. Okay, coming to the jobs, what is it that you need to talk about your jobs? Now, as of now, you all are freshers, so you know, you could you may not be in a position to talk about your job. But usually if you're giving an interview after having some experience of few years, then this would be the question: what do you do? What do you do for your living? What's your job? These are the different types of questions that they could be asked. What sort of work do you do? Okay, or they may ask you, okay, or they may ask you, what did you want to be when you grew up? Okay, these are some of the questions. Now you can say, well, I'm a software engineer, I'm an architect. Of course, for MCA students, you would be any one of these. I'm a software engineer, or you can say I work as a system designer, I work for TCS as a software engineer, or you can say I'm unemployed. If you're not working, I'm unemployed, I'm out of work, I've been made redundant, I'm between jobs. Being made redundant means that you have been asked to leave the job because the company cannot afford you. Remember the phrase being made redundant means you have been asked to leave a company just because the company is not able to afford you. And between jobs means you're searching jobs, or you can say earn my living as a, I'm looking for a job, I'm looking for a work, I'm retired, I would like to be a software engineer in a multinational company. I used to work as, I just started as a, you can say, senior engineer in the department of, so these are different phrases. But as of now, since you're all freshers, you may not be in a position, you can just say, I'm just working. You can just talk about the type of job that you're looking for. You know, I would like to work as a software engineer in any multinational company. I would like to work as a programmer in any multinational company like yours. So these are some of the things that you can talk in case you've been asked about your job. But as of now, you may not be. Then yes, now this is very important. You can talk about your hobbies. Okay, what is it that you can talk about your hobbies? So this is a very important part of your self introduction. You need to talk about your hobby or hobbies. Okay, or if they ask you what's your hobby, what do you like to do, what's your favorite, etc., favorite novel, or you can say favorite movie, favorite film actor, like this. Okay, you can say I love. Now usually students, what they do is, every time they say I love, don't say like and love every time. You can say I like playing table tennis, I love watching movies, I'm interested in, I'm good at, my hobby is to collect stamps, I'm interested in programming, my hobbies are reading and then surfing and then making developing apps. Remember, MCA students, try to talk about hobbies which will impress them, which are more technically oriented, so that you know those, if they get to know that you know you're a person who's a technocrat and who's a geek, you know, who's a computer geek who likes to repair computers, I mean, such type of hobbies if you have, please do mention it. Or you can just say my favorite sport is, my favorite color is, I have a passion for, okay, I sometimes go to, I don't like, I hate, etc. So like this, these are, you can just talk about your hobbies. This could be also a part of your self introduction answer. Then you can talk about your education. That is, when you talk about your education, okay, what you can do is, you can talk that I completed my 10th in such and such a school, and then I did my PUC in such and such a college, and then after that I did my completed my BSc in computer science from such and such a school, and then presently pursuing my MCA 5th semester, something like this. So education is a very, very important part that you need to talk about, okay, when you're giving your self introduction continuously. Okay, I mean, you're supposed to talk. So what you can do is, as far as my education is concerned, you can start with 10th, 12th, okay, degree, and presently what you are doing. So you can use right now. And as I said, for an MCA student, I will not go up with whatever I have on my laptop. I would want you to talk about your schooling, your PUC, your degree, and presently what you are doing. And then very important thing is, you can talk about what are you aspiring for in the future? What is it that you want to do in the future? That is also an important part of your self introduction. Well, students, I don't have the electricity supply. Just now the current has gone, and my laptop needs continuous charging. So what I'll do is I'll just take a break, and once the lines are up, I will again call you on Zoom meeting, or else I will continue in that next class. So as of now, today, I have told you how to talk about your name, how to talk about your family members, your age, your place, and your hobbies. Okay. I'll just take a break because I don't know when the electricity would come. So because my laptop is showing a very less, I mean, hardly 1 or 2 minutes it will come. So I'll just take a break over here, and we'll meet tomorrow again at the same time at 12 o'clock, and I'll continue the discussion about self-introduction. So thank you very much.